Hello everyone. In the celebration of Savoir Rêver, Louis Vuitton Design Forward Showcase honoring the power of imagination. ELLE Decoration Việt Nam presents a rare and intimate panel conversation. For the first time, Louis Vuitton opens a public dialogue in Vietnam, bringing together Humberto Campana, acclaimed designer behind the Maison Objets Nomades, and Miss Wattasri, Managing Director of Louis Vuitton Vietnam and Thailand. Together, we will explore how dreams move from concept to craft, how design can express emotion, and what it means for a global maison to engage meaningfully with local culture. This is more than a talk. It's an invitation to see how the spirit of dreaming continues to shape the future of design, creativity, and cultural connection. So with no further ado, I would like to begin our discussion today with a question for the lady first, Miss Wattasri. So we understand that the theme of the Savoir Rêver celebrates dreaming as an essential part of creation. But dreaming doesn't just happen in design studios. It happens in markets, in culture, in vision. This is the first time Louis Vuitton is engaging locally in such a public conversation. Thank you to that. And why now? And what does Vietnam represent in the Maison regional journey?
Okay, first of all, xin chào, sawadee ka. My name is Wattasri. I'm so excited to be here and see all of you here. It's the first time also for me to be sitting in Vietnam and meet all of you. And I love you, Gary. I just know you are the owner. So this is lovely. And thank you for Humberto for flying in, just arriving this morning and be with all of us. To answer your question, basically, I think dream is really important for all the human beings. But at Vuitton, we really dream big. And every day, we trying to bring the dreams to reality. If you go to our store, our salesperson, our team there, trying to bridge the gap of dream to reality from the bags that you love, from the shoes, ready to wear. But it's beyond that, right? It's our service as well. And today, I have been leading Vietnam for 4.5 years, and I think it's about time. We have been gaining a lot of market share in the market, and Vuitton has been here for almost 30 years. I think people ready to see another platform of Louis Vuitton in Savoir Rêver, which is, if we think about it, there's no other event that really signify our brand as Savoir Rêver, because it's really going back to our DNA of making trunk, of spirit of travel, of lifestyle. And this is something that no other brands in the market or in the world can really offer. So today, we're here today because I think the team here, Vietnam team's also ready. The clients also ready. We have so many sophisticated clients in Vietnam, and I really admire them. We are ready to embark into this journey together. And I feel that Savoir Rêver, which means crafting dreams, will create some dreams, some seed to people. And it's something that really intimate because it's about being at home, being at your own convenience at home, and you feel Vuitton with you. So yeah, that's why we're here today. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And as I have you here, just freshly arrived, like less than 2 hours. And Mr. Humberto and already say that he feels like home. He feels like home. He's been around in Asia for a couple of times, and he really loved the energy of this country and this region. So actually, this is a question for both of you, and I would like for you to start. First, do you think the Savoir Rêver gives a new lens through which audience can understand your past work with Louis Vuitton and maybe appreciating the poetry and the playfulness even more?
First of all, I would like to thank you, Louis Vuitton, ELLE Decor, for bringing me here, and as well all of you to come to listen to us. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. Asia for me is like something like Brazil. I feel a gentle people, delicateness, spirituality, all these things connects me to the country, to the continent. Well, the beginning of Louis Vuitton, the first project that we create for Louis Vuitton was the Maracatu. I was invited, I guess, 10 years or 12 years ago to go to the laboratories of Louis Vuitton nearby Paris, and I fell in love with the quantity of leather, the colors. But I told them I want to create things that normally they are thrown away because the leather is so beautiful, so good quality. So I create the cabinet, a hanging cabinet called Maracatu, a lot of colors, and since then, each year, since the Objets Nomades project started, I bring a new piece for the collection. I guess I'm one of the oldest one who work in this project, and I'm very blessed.
Do you see any similarity between, your sense of, the very playfulness sense of design with, what Louis Vuitton is looking for in this collaboration?
Totally, it starts from, Louis Vuitton is a storyteller, and I am a storyteller as well. And then the way to produce, is the tailoring. I love the handmade, to preserve traditions that are disappearing. And, in Louis Vuitton make cross bridges, It's not only about fashion, but it's about music, art, food, travel. And myself, I'm an artist. Sometimes people ask you, are you a designer? In the beginning, I was sad because, people were used to told me that I was an artist. And nowadays, I'm very blessed because I did a lot of works, in fashion, jewelry, landscaping, architectural, furniture. So Louis Vuitton is the same. I guess there is a very nice match, me and Louis Vuitton.
Thank you so much. Wattasri, do you have anything to add to this?
I'm really proud to be part of this project because Objets Nomades, the product that you have seen here, is really the product that's different from what you can see in our store. And you can see we have artists here, so every piece that you see here is full with life and soul. So Humberto put his soul into this cocoon, and so does the other artists. So I think this is where the brand really show creativity, and it's really different from what else in the market as well.
Thank you. So we'll go, deeper into the conversation about Object Nomads. I think to you, I would like to ask that how would you describe your personal vision for Louis Vuitton in Vietnam, and how this collection of Object Nomad is really what do you anticipate this audience in Vietnam will perceive? This is very public, and this is the first time very interesting and impressive present.
So two things then, starting from how I see Vietnam market, right? So actually I fell in love with Vietnam since I was young. When I say young, it's like in my 20s. I came here and I have seen the city. I love the culture, how rich you are, and how much you love your food, and the arts everywhere. Even your florist looks so amazing. I love all that. And I saw the motorbikes with lovers sitting together, going everywhere. It's so romantic. So for me, it's a city that I think people really care about how they live their life. They really want to have that kind of connectivity, and they love arts. So I think with that, with what we offer, this Object Nomad, I think it can match. Because I can tell that we have a lot of clients in our store. They're really elevated, really sophisticated. And I think they're probably looking for more conversation to understand the brand deeper than just shoes or bags. They want to really appreciate the arts. This is how I see it. So I think with this, client can find something with their unmet needs that they have in Vietnam. Maybe they have beautiful home. I have visited some of the clients' homes and it's so amazing. But maybe they don't have the decoration items or something to build more of their dreams inside their home. So I hope this will help a little bit on that.
A lot, I think. So this collection, going back to Savoir Rêver, emphasize dreaming through craftsmanship. So Humberto, can you take us back to the very beginning? How did your creative journey with Object Nomads begin, and what kind of dream or idea were you chasing at that particular time? And also, what do you think is the core emotional core of this project? Reflecting in which particular design? Are they meant to be functional, sculptural, or are they meant to be a dreamy invitation for the audience to come and enter the world of Object Nomads?
Well, as I told you, I'm a storyteller, you know. I like to tell stories that connect to landscapes, emotions that I face, experience. It's always about catharsis, you know. I need to live something in order to give it back in terms of materiality, you know. And I like to, and the story that I want to tell is about my country. You know, I think whenever you tell about your backyard, you communicate globally. And Brazil is so rich in terms of popular culture. We have a lot of biomes. You know, you have the rainforest, the deserts, the mangroves, all the savannas, and it's a beautiful country. And I want to bring all these elements, you know. Brazil is not a calm, is not a minimalist country. It's very loud, it's chaotic, it's kitsch, but in terms of happiness, you know. And I'm not afraid to bring all these elements into my projects, you know. And for me, it's important to live, to face, to make a picture from my stomach. Whenever I travel in Brazil, I start making pictures from my stomach, you know, hidden corners, things that are not sophisticated. I love things that happen in the streets or in nature, or the color of the day, flowers, plants, small biologists, cells, you know. For me, interest is this, but always with the touch of the hand, you know. It's important to preserve traditions that are disappearing. This is the DNA of Studio Campana. And I guess goes in the direction also of the concepts of Louis Vuitton, the preserved traditions that are vanishing.
No wonder why you have such a strong connection with, countries like Vietnam or Thailand. The next question I would like to ask you is, what advice would you give to young Vietnamese designers, as we have some of them here today, or the artists navigating between honoring tradition and embracing experimentation?
I think as we need to experiment every time, you know. It's important to create your own repertoire, you know, to be yourself, you know. Don't follow trends. It's important for you to follow your heart, your soul, and then things can happen. Be honestly, you know, and tell the story where you come from. And here is very rich in terms of popular culture. I came here this is the third time, and I love the streets. So many things happen in the streets, in the markets, and the nature, which is gorgeous. Once I took a trip in the Mekong River, and I don't remember the place, but it was so beautiful. The nature is amazing.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I have another question for both you and Wattasri. Any parting thoughts about creativity to the audience here, first of all. And especially because this is the first time you meet each other, and I know that you collaborate with Louis Vuitton so many times. Is there any question you would like to exchange to each other as well?
Maybe I ask Humberto first. Okay, how was it working with Vuitton? Because you're coming from Brazil, you have your big personality, you love colors, and we have our brand DNAs. But I know for Objets Nomades, we kind of have freedom to the artists. But how do you feel working with us? Yeah.
It's amazing, because it's a beautiful story that starts since the beginning of Objets Nomades. For me, it's like a family. Nowadays, I see the team of Objets Nomades like a family. It's so important because it's not just my project. There is a collaboration, I give them the poetry, they come back with the mathematics, and it's like a game of ping pong, do and come back. And it's amazing also how Louis Vuitton respects their artists, their creators, Last year, the Studio Campana celebrated the 40th anniversary, and they did a show for me in Paris, tell and present all the Objets Nomades and also my story. And this is not happening everywhere, So I like to give whenever I have to create a project, I try to give my best, because they recognize, they respect my work. So it's very important. It's like a family.
I think for this afternoon, we also would like to listen to our audience. Some of them I know that been, admiring and also even collaborating with, Louis Vuitton projects for some years. Especially I have Giuseppe De Francesco here, and he's an Italian photographer based in Ho Chi Minh City for a couple of years. He actually took pictures of your show for quite some time. So, Giuseppe, you have something to share with us today?
Be fond, especially to your sustainable approach, not only towards the environment, but also towards the community and the people. And my question is, how do you see the fashion industry in this dialogue with sustainability?
I think more and more the fashion industry is going in this direction to communicate, communicate and contaminate other people to preserve, to how to say, to reuse and to spend less in terms of, I think is important. We need to go in this direction, because otherwise it's going to be so much,
Thank you. Another question from the audience would, if anyone would like to share your thoughts or any of your, comments, any of your sharing. I know from Miss Thuỳ here, she also the owner of many LV products, and thank you so much. I know that you're very busy woman, but you take the time to come here with us today. Thuỳ is also a design professor in University of Architecture. Yes, so we would love to hear your thoughts, some of your sharing as well, if any.
Tôi cũng đã có dịp trải nghiệm các cái sản phẩm của ELLE, và một trong những cái mà tôi cảm thấy được rằng là về cái việc mà phát triển sản phẩm, chắc là nếu mà so với lại rất là nhiều cái brand trên toàn cầu thì có lẽ là ELLE chắc phải tính là cả ngàn mẫu trong cái quá trình phát triển. Vậy thì không biết rằng là cái việc mà định hướng phát triển mẫu đối với lại ELLE toàn cầu thì không biết rằng là các bạn có nhìn thấy những cái icon hay là những cái nét về văn hóa bản sắc của Việt Nam nói chung, hay thành phố Hồ Chí Minh nói riêng, có nên chăng có cái gì để mà nãy giờ thấy mọi người bảo là thích nhiều lắm, thì không biết là trong cái plan hoặc là trong cái cái ý tưởng của mọi người có suy nghĩ rằng sẽ lấy một cái gì đó từ thành phố của chúng tôi để làm cảm hứng cho những cái sản phẩm sau này của các bạn không?
This is a good question, but I'll try to translate it. Okay, so basically, Louis Vuitton has such a huge archive of, designs throughout the years, and also you are, like a global brand. So the question would be, actually, would it be any kind of inspiration coming from Vietnamese culture that you think is like very suitable to appear in the design of Louis Vuitton in the coming, projects, in the coming showcase, if you would like to pick something coming from our culture?
It's interesting because I love natural fibers. Really, I believe this is the future, natural fibers, because you don't waste so much, you don't cut trees. And I did a lot of projects. I made some projects with natural fibers, with bamboo, wicker. 2 years ago, I did a project with grass. So, and here it's amazing the quantity of weaving. I love this, I love the way people weaves baskets, works with the bamboo, all these elements. For me, something that is familiar. Very familiar.
Thank you. Yes, I think, and Wattasri, you are like...
If I may
something?
add, I have 2 points. Point number 1 is that we always, at our stores worldwide and included in Vietnam, always honor local artists. So in the way that when we decorate the store, we always have the touch of locals, come sculpture, paintings, rugs. So this is where we bringing the local culture in. So when you walk to Champs-Élysées or you walk to Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi, it's totally different mood. And even in Thailand, we have Thai artists. And second, I think it's my job and my team's job as well to really bring Vietnam to the world map. Because this is the only way. If Paris or people in the world see Vietnam, because we're performing so well, we're doing great, clients are so sophisticated, they understand the brand, we will bring something here. So I hope that this is just the beginning of the event, but I hope that we can do much more. We could do something that linked to the local market more, and that is only my hope and the work that I'm doing here. Yeah.
Tôi hỏi như vậy vì không phải là chỉ là về cái chất liệu đâu, mà ví dụ như là nói một số brand khác chẳng hạn đã có một chiếc túi tên là Goyard Sài Gòn chẳng hạn, đó là một niềm cảm hứng về một biểu tượng, về một tình yêu tại nơi đây. Thì đặt câu hỏi như vậy để mong rằng là có thể biết đâu trong một tương lai gần, Việt Nam của chúng tôi, Sài Gòn của chúng tôi sẽ có được những cái sự hiện hữu trong cái nguồn cảm hứng của Louis Vuitton.
Basically, what she really hoped for to happen is that not only the traditional techniques and craftsmanship, but also the spirit of a nation would be something impressive enough to be your inspiration for any further collaboration between artists and. Okay, thank you for your question. Is there any other questions anyone would like? Yes, Mr. Lee Quoc.
Hello. First of all, it's very my honor to meet you guys here. And my name is Lee, and I'm a creative director of Harper's Bazaar and Esquire Vietnam. So I am representing for the creative admirer. So it's very honored to meet you in person. I have a question because every time when I look at the inspiration from the past and the present and future, and everything is like a circle and it become my inspiration to create something new. So as a representative for the creative admirer, I have a question for you. Do you always look back of the future, and especially for the past, to have some other inspiration to create something in future, something like that? Because I can see some of the creation from you here, especially for the cocoon chair, something like that, in different. It's a way something like very future forward. It's a creation of the future. So do you always look back to the past to have the inspiration to create something in the present and the future? So that's my question.
Completely, you know. I always work in this direction, the vernacular culture, you know, the primitive, the beginning of the times, you know, and translate that history to the future, always. Every time I start a project, is about this, you know, looking the past, preserving the past, but giving nobility, giving modernity to it, you know, in order for it doesn't vanish, you know. My concern is that everything is becoming plastic, you know. We need to stop, you know. We need handmade, we need the hands-on, you know. We need to create the handmade. There is a connection where you put love. And this will last for generation to generation. We're not going to throw away. So, yeah, it's important, this.
Maybe a small question. Do you predict the future when you create and you design?
I'm completely something that sometimes I dream. I create dreaming, you know. Whenever I sleep, I have visions. I am kind of psych, you know, a mediunity, you know, because I was a lawyer.
Yes.
I was a lawyer. I never studied art, design. Things happen in a way that, you know, and I'm very blessed to be here, you know, with my work.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Is there any other questions from the audience? Well, if not, actually, I have a question that I would like to ask. What can we expect in the near future about your collaboration with LV, and also for the showcase and the projects that LV Thailand and LV Vietnam in the region is planning for?
Basically, if you come to Bangkok, you probably have seen we have the new project just launched last year. It's called LV The Place Bangkok, where we also bring arts there. We have some sort of exhibition. But in terms of design, I cannot answer on that. I think maybe Humberto know more about the collaboration between himself and Vuitton. But for us at Vuitton, we always try some innovative ideas. We always have something new coming up. So I hope I do have some new project for Vietnam as well. But I have to see how this one goes first. But yeah, it's always in the making for us. Yeah.
Well, this year in the Salon de Mobile, we launched the 3 different objects. Cabinet, very colorful, the kaleidoscope, football game in leather, and with the football players are women, sirens. And also there was the version of the haute couture, cocoon. And then I come back to Brazil and I need, well, this is done. Now I need to create more things. And since then I have been drawing, working with my team, you know. I don't stop, you know, until I have a lot of ideas. Yeah.
Exciting things to look forward to. Wow, thank you so much. And I think for this afternoon, actually, what is even more special for us to have the chance to talk with you is that we have the chance to be in this very special showcase, because we will be able to go around and then see all of the, you know, beautiful arrangement, beautiful installation. And I think, actually, we have one last question from the audience, and then, you know, yes, thank
Hello.
you, Yumi. Please
Hi,
go
my name
ahead.
is Yumi. Since you're talking about we're being here present with you two, what is your favorite design that is present here today? So can you talk about that design so later we can go and see and admire it?
Well, I love the cocoon, you know. Yeah.
It's right here.
It became an iconic piece in the collection. It's a bestseller. According people from Louis Vuitton, they told, and also even the president of Louis Vuitton has in his house, and is a fan of the cocoon. So it's something that I'm very proud to be. And also the cocoon brings my name all over the world. My friends in Brazil, they are in Singapore or in Cairo. Oh, I saw your object. This is how Louis Vuitton communicates globally. It's amazing, it's magic.
Humberto, in addition to that question, I actually want to ask about the craft of this design, and because it is amazing, yes, and it's best-selling, so congratulations to that. I would like to ask about the most challenging technical aspect of this design, because as you can see, it's unique and it's very playful. It is not easy to make.
No, not at all. This project kind of in the beginning was aborted, because it was so difficult to cover. I guess the main challenge is to cover with leather without seeing any connection, especially in this area here, this area here. So it took, it's amazing. But, sometimes I give the poetry, but the way it works happens in Europe, and I don't have the access. But sometimes I heard, the main challenge is this, Sometimes all the projects with Louis Vuitton takes 2 years, 3 years in order to be made,
Realized.
To launch it very correct, to communicate, It's not something, no, it's a very serious business,
Serious, but yet very playful.
Yes, which is good,
Which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. Okay, so thank you so much again, and thank you for your question. So I think for this afternoon, the rest of the afternoon, we will have some time to, getting to know each other more, and then also to directly talk to Ms. Wattasri and Humberto about their favorite design in this beautiful space. So again, I would like to represent the organizer. Thank you so much for taking your time and, spending your time with us this afternoon, and let's have some champagne.
Thank you. Cảm ơn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.